How to stick to a business plan?
Okay. Let's say you've had the time when you're not working in bits and pieces to basically concrete your business plan. All right. It's really it's self-discipline to sticking to it. It's like sticking to a budget. Everybody says, I've got a budget at home, blah, blah, blah. Very few people stick to budgets. Very few people stick to plans. In a sense, the way I've done it is I have never owned any of the businesses or partnerships. So the way I basically see myself in my business is that I work for the business. I work for the company. Once every 3 months, I own the company when I do the bookwork, and maybe there's some profit or whatever it may be. But the way I do it is I say, okay, I work for the company. Okay, I do not own it, I work for it. So the business plan has been put together by the owner of the company, and I have to follow it. If you take that approach, it's a lot easier. If you take the approach that that's my business plan and I can change it, or I can do this, or I can do that, then it becomes very challenging, because all of a sudden it really doesn't matter. You know, I'm the owner. So if you worked for a company, you would have to stick to the business plan. And so this is where a lot of people don't like the way I structure myself, in the sense of I work for the company. Okay? And it's very easy. And when I ask the majority of business owners and company owners, would you hire yourself? You know what the answer is? In the majority of times, it's no, I wouldn't hire myself. Okay? Because they know where they're lacking. So if you work for the company, okay, it's a different sort of thing. You know, yes, every decision you make either costs you money or makes you money in that, but a CEO of a company, it's the same sort of thing. Whichever way he decides to do it, or who he hires, or all of that, the buck stops with him. Okay? When you have a business plan, you pretend that you work for the company, and that is your job to stick to that plan.
Is it difficult to stay aside when certain decisions are made, and the owner, or like the owner of the company, of course, has more experience, and then just watches from aside what's happening, and it's difficult to stay out of the whole situation, not to jump in and say, okay, this is, guys, how you should do it.
You're talking about managing?
Managing.
Somebody else sticking to the business plan, or yourself. Well, what I was referring to is myself, the business owner, whether he's a small company just by himself, or whether it's a big company and he's got lots of staff. If he's a one-person operation, which a lot of them do start with, you have to pretend that you're working for the company. You have to pretend that, so that you have to stick to what the company has decided. Whether there's just one of yous in there, or there's 50 of yous. When we had 75 staff, at the end of the day, I still worked for the company. And whatever we decided, or which new path we took, I still worked for the company as an employee, even though I own the company. So that it's a mindset. It's a mindset that you've got to put on. There's other ways. You've got to find something that will work for you. Okay? If this month you didn't stick to the business plan, find some business coaching or some book or something like that. Do it. Work out where you've got your strengths. And whatever system's going to work for you. My system is I work for the company.